Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish, and welcome back again to some more Might and Magic 6, The Mandate of Heaven. Phew, well, this week we have got a task in front of us, that is for sure. Last weekend we tackled Garrick's Forge, and whew, that was a slog, but we got through it. We did it. And so, this week, we've got a similar task. We have come to CherokeeStarfish, a place that we haven't visited much and probably won't visit often, in order to enter another tough dungeon. This time, we're going to be visiting the Supreme Temple of Ba, because it turns out that our friend on the council, Slicker Silvertongue, who is supposed to be the agent of Regent Humphrey, has decided that he's not going to let us visit the Oracle, even though we've completed all 6 of the council quests. Yes, a temple of religious sheep. You begin to get the joke. Yes, indeed. And so, since we're going to be spending a little bit more time here in CherokeeStarfish, now that we have gotten to this stage of the game, there's more quests that we're going to be doing here. We're going to be coming back a bit more often and starting to see this map that we haven't really spent a lot of time on. It is time to go ahead and we're going to set a beacon here. We don't need this one anymore. Let's see, we still have one in Castle Iron Fist. We'll go ahead and put it here. There we go. Because, of course, since it doesn't have a dragon tower, we can't town portal to CherokeeStarfish, so we'll have to beacon here if we want to go back and forth with magic instead of taking 5 days to travel. Now, you might be wondering, what is this tower? If this is not a dragon tower, what is it? And you know what? That is a great question, and I have always wondered, and I don't have an answer for you. There is a door up here at the top, unlike in the dragon towers, where the roof is solid. This one has no keyhole at the base, but it does have this door at the top that can only be reached by flying. It's too high to reach with the jump spell. And, I mean, a lot of stuff is going on in CherokeeStarfish. It's a very story-heavy area, and so, I don't know. I really don't. I've wondered, and I've had the opportunity to research it and just have never gotten around to it. So if any of you happen to know what this tower is supposed to be or was supposed to be that maybe didn't make it into the final game, if there's a mod out there that adds this back in, kind of like I've been exploring thanks to where one of you turned me on to some mods and patches and things in the last session. I've done a little bit of exploring, and I've seen some of the files that have been put back into places like in Freehaven and Silver Cove, where there are buildings with doors that just don't go anywhere, and I mentioned those and pointed them out to you in earlier streams. This is one of those where I'm sure this was supposed to be something, and maybe it was just never finished. Or it's possible that it's just very secret, and maybe, you know, you can only access the inside of this building at a very specific point in the game, and I've just always missed that window as many times as I've played it. I mean, it's not like I come back here all the time and check after every single thing that I do whether that door is open. So that's possible too. You never know. You never know. But if you have any more information, please, you know, feel free to shout it out in the chat, or go to the YouTube channel after I upload this video and leave it in the comments. And let's see. First, we're going to start by coming over here. Here is the Superior Temple of Ba, not the Supreme Temple. The Superior Temple. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. This is, they tell you the Superior Temple. I kept saying Supreme, and there is a Supreme Temple of Ba. This is not it. So Wilbur Humphrey is under the impression that because Slicker has been infiltrating the Temple of Ba, he believes that maybe they've brainwashed him or something, you know, that he's fallen prey to the cult's propaganda, and that's why he was keeping one of their cloaks as a disguise in his room. So we know that Regent Humphrey is just not really competent, we'll say. He's not fully competent. Now you'll see here, the focal point of all Ba worship in Enroth, the Superior Temple only allows followers of Ba inside. So that's why, let's see, here it is. Ta-da! Lucy will go in disguised as a follower of Ba. There we go. You actually can't get inside unless you are wearing the cloak. See?
I got a bad feeling about this place.
Me too, Lucy. Alright, first things first. There we go. These guys are hostile to us anyway. They know better. So we're just going to go ahead and just get right into it. I've got all of our protective spells on. Of course, we've seen these guys before. We haven't seen them in a while, but we have seen them before. We know that they're no match for us. Not anymore. Now, of course, as spellcasters, they still pack a pretty decent punch, but they're going down a lot quicker, and our protections are a lot better as well. Okay, let's start by picking up a few bodies here. Oh, that one dropped a hammer. Okay, well, kids, so which way are we going? There's a lot of doors here. We've got left 1, 2, and 3, and then we've got straight ahead, which is not open yet, and then we've got right 1, 2, and 3. So, what are we feeling? What do you think? Left or right? I'm going to identify that hammer in case it's, like, actually decent. Oh, well, never mind. Left, always left. Alright, well, we'll just start here and go around then. Ooh, spooky doors. We haven't seen these doors in a little while. Oh, that's right. Somebody's got to keep that cloak on, you see. Okay, well, Tommy can wear it because, A, the Cult of Ba is garbage, and we know that Tommy loves to wear garbage. But also, B, not a lot of things are going to be shooting non-magical attacks at us in here, so that means his shielding enchantment doesn't really help a whole lot. So here we go. Whoop! Could swear that that's it. Perhaps I have made a mistake. Now, there's something else you have to do first. There's like a specific path you have to go on, I think, maybe? Something like that. Ah, it's been so long since I've done this. Well, now you have the cloak on, Tommy. Wow. Huh. Maybe it's because we took it off and put it back on again? Surely not.
Come on, we need to go.
Minotaurs. Oh yes, we only saw a Minotaur King before. So here is a regular Minotaur. There's a Minotaur Mage. That's your level 1 and level 2 palette swaps. Right? Yeah, he's really bringing the team down. Huh. I'm confuzzled, kids. He does in fact have the temple on. Or I mean the cloak on. Well, way to embarrass me, Tommy. I knew what I was doing right up until it didn't work. To Wilbur Humphrey with the good news. I mean, there's no reason for it not to work. It shouldn't, like, fail to work just because we have a priest in the party, or like, only a priest can do it. Huh. No, not necessarily. Anybody can wear it. We can see if it works on another person. Huh. Now I wonder why that worked. Okay, let's see. Oh, I bet I know what I did. It's one of two things. Okay, it's either because Lucy, remember back when we got the quest in the last stream, I had clicked on Lucy because whenever we go in to talk to one of the council members, I usually activate the person as the speaker who is relevant to that person. So since Wilbur Humphrey is the foremost paladin, and she is our paladin, well now our hero, I usually click on her to talk to him. So it may be because she's the one who technically got the quest and was handed the cloak. Or it could be because just a moment ago when we came in, I put the cloak on her to get through the door. And so the dungeon is recognizing her as the one who's supposed to have the cloak. I actually don't know. I don't think that I've ever encountered that before. I don't know if that's a bug or if I'm just not remembering. But if anybody has any more information about it, feel free to educate me because that's just not something I'm familiar with. Now these guys, on the other hand, are something we've become intimately familiar with, right? Man, Garrick's Forge was full of these dudes and their big old warlock brothers who drive you insane. Please buy some candy or my little brother will go insane. Okay, here we go. Now, a podium. Expert perception is the key, and the doors of Bob will let you be. The spiral, then each head talk to Bob, you'll be... Oh, that's what it is! Now I remember. You have to have the perception skill, and she's got perception. That's why it's Lucy. Okay. Well. Yep. So, you can only open the doors in here if you have at least expert level training in the perception skill. So there we go. And since she's got master perception and nobody else has it at all, it has to be her. Alright, now. First the spiral, then each head, or else you'll die, etc. Okay, so that tells us we have to open like the doors in a specific order. See, the spiral, then each head. Let's see. Okay, so we start there. I think that means we need to go over here first since the next one didn't open. Yep. Oh, great. Oh, boy. Do not make us crazy. Oh, boy. Well, that's alright. We did not get the Cure Insanity spell, so... Oh, I remember we bought Telekinesis, and the Cure Insanity never spawned. They just never did have it for sale.
Alright, we got him!
Oh, boy. Okay, well, that's alright. We'll just do as we did in Garrick's Forge. We'll clear this room and set a beacon, and then we will have to come back after we stop by the temple and get less crazy. Have to go get us some good old capitalist mental health care. Don't think that there's anything else in this room. Alright, we're going to set our Lloyd's Beacon right here close to the door for now. That way if we land in a bad situation, we will be able to escape from it fairly quickly. Okay, now first, we're going to town portal over here to Freehaven. We're going to visit the Adept Mind Guild and see if they've got Cure Insanity.
The magic of knowledge.
Come on. Oh my lord. Cure Paralysis. Okay, it's one of these green books, I'm pretty sure. It might be a blue one, but I think it's green. Okay, so they still don't have it. Okay, well, we'll just keep checking back every so often until we can find a copy that Zoltan can learn. We'll get there.
Can we assist you? Luck be with you.
And recall back to the temple. There we go. Yeah, now we've got this. We've solved this mystery. Whew. See, there's all kinds of stuff in here. I like to call them targets. Alright. Alright indeed. Ba has a number of nefarious allies. Let's see. Okay, so that goes into the larger dungeon. This is a pretty sizable dungeon, you guys, so we'll head this way first. Yeah, I want to go this way, I guess. This opens us to a great big room. Oh boy, look at this. It's the Bone Zone version 2, you guys. Oh, oh wow, okay. I think something that I would definitely like to do before too much longer, like now that we're at this stage in the game, I would like to start really concentrating on filling up their spell books. Oh man, those Grand Druids. Hate them. There's quite a few spells that we still don't know, and now that everybody's got all of the magic skills they're going to learn, I would like to start spending some money on that. That reminds me, did we... Oh yeah, we need to go double check and see if she qualifies for Master Merchant. I don't think she does. I think it's 10 ranks, but... Oh my god, would you die? Pretty please. You know what? She's dangerous enough, and they're spread out far enough. Fireball's not going to do us a whole lot of good right now. Another one. Okay, Debbie, you focus on her. This is a wizard duel now. My goodness. Whew! This is rough. Especially since they took Zoltan's spell points, it's going to be very difficult to, you know, like, heal. Alright. But we can still slug it out, right? Man, Tommy is going to have to cure us because... Look at this. Let's see, there's still one more Grand Druid. We got to get rid of her. There we go. Good. Right before she cast another spell, too. Whew-wee. This is a rough room. The rough room sounds like a leather bar. Let's see if you would care for a fireball. Friends on the balcony. Man alive. That is a lot of spell effects. This is one of those rooms that if this game were higher resolution, or if I were playing on an older machine, that we would probably be losing some frame rate. You know? Man, it's a good thing our protection spells are so good. Could you imagine if we came in here and just didn't have it, or if we weren't expert level everything, master level everything? This would be even rougher. Well, that's the top half cleared anyway. Almost. He's pulling the same trick that we usually use. He can hit us, but we can't hit him. Great. I hate when monsters use the same effective strategies as me. I was going to see if I could melee him from down here, but I'm not sure that I can. There we go. Yes, come to the balcony. And you'll see these gaps between turns because there are enemies that have detected us. We're close enough now that they're hostile, see? But they're down in that other section of the room. Whew. You'll see some lightning bolts and things flying past us, I'm sure. Oh my goodness. They're far enough away that we can't even like hear their cries as they're damaged by our magic. See, look at that. That guy we can hear. And those druids really did a number on us. Oh, did I? Well, I am not sorry. Oh, another Grand Druid. I'm sorry about that. I hope that you're enjoying your newest playthrough. Well, good. I'm glad that you enjoyed mine enough to play it again yourself. Honestly, that's what I want more than anything, is like I decided to do this to kind of showcase this game to people who, you know, maybe had not played, and to show that it really holds up well over time. I mean, this game is, let's see, 21 years old, I think? Going on 22? Oh, me too, yes. Like, I am playing the GOG.com version so that it will run more easily on my machine. But I still have my original CDs. Oh man, that was back when like the game came with a an install disc and a play disc that were two separate CDs. Oh, come on, Debbie. Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that. This is a pickle. Alright. Tommy. This is not the shit in which I wanted to be. Oh, that is a warlock. Oh, ooh, hi. Bye. Okay, well, goodness gracious me. Let's head back up here and get some more, get a refill on our hit points and so forth.
Luck be with you.
Need to recast one or two of our spells as well. And this is the great thing about Lloyd's Beacon. You can literally leave in the middle of a dungeon and just go do other stuff if you need to and then come back. Like, I'm going to go over here and check the requirements for the Master Merchant skill while I'm thinking about it. Oh, good. Okay. So it is rank 7. Good.
Okay.
Wonderful. So now she is a Merchant Master, which we needed to do. That will make it a lot easier for us to buy and sell stuff. Okay, now, since we have left the map and come back, I want to check and see if this shop has respawned. Usually they don't, but sometimes they do.
Magic of knowledge.
Yeah, they usually restock like on day 1 of the week. So, we'll just have to bite the bullet on that one. Okay, kids, let's see. It's a big old nasty room. Well, this dead ends. We'll come back to that. We'll finish some of these rooms first. Oh, you poor orphan child. Well, as you see, like, you know, a sorcerer, a druid, and an acolyte of Ba all in the same room. Okay, let's see. Lucy, what's that say? Oh, Ba head 2. There we go. We have to click on each of those, weirdly, in order to unlock the one of the central doors. A gong. We need to drop those off. A couple of you have asked what those are for, and
I don't know.
Oop, there we go. Those are actually boots of recovery. Protection from magic. Okay, that goes to her. Oh, she already knows it. Okay, cool. These are kind of like cobra eggs. We can trade those into a specialty trader who will give us money for them. Oh my goodness gracious, you're in Holland? Yeah, that is very late. Well, thank you for being here. I'm glad that you decided to stay up. I appreciate that. I am flattered that I am worth staying up late for. Oh, I'm just gonna... I don't want to, but I'm just gonna close with these chicks. Oh, there's so many of them, you guys. Don't steal my spell points. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, thank goodness gracious. Okay. Phew. Phew. Okay. Bucket, bucket. Who's got the bucket? That is a lot of barrels, folks. Oh, good. We could use some food. We were kind of low on that, actually. Okay, well, let's check all these barrels, I guess. Green, green, white. Let's see. Okay, so green. I mean, it's empty. What? Oh, okay, I must have gotten it. White. Who needs luck? Okay, Tommy. Orange liquid. Tommy can have that as well. Blue liquid. We'll give you some personality. Empty. Orange liquid. We'll alternate between them. So yellow liquid. That's accuracy. Oh, Tommy definitely needs that. Okay. Empty, 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 empty. White. Goodness. Orange liquid. Did she get the last one? I don't remember. Empty, empty. Blue. Zoltan should have some personality. He's a cleric and we don't ever give him any blue liquid. Whew, there's so many barrels. I'm not upset though. Okay, now I know I just gave her 2 in a row of those. White liquid. White liquid. I'm not mad that there are a bunch of these. Okay, now this side. Orange. Okay, Tommy. Get smart. Sure, have some luck. Empty. Red liquid, that is might. Who has the lowest might? I bet it's Tommy. Oh, Tommy and Zoltan. Well, Zoltan. White liquid again. Red liquid. Green liquid. Ah, I'm losing track. Okay, you know what? She needs some endurance. She's got the lowest endurance. I can't believe that. Probably because we've been giving a lot of it to Debbie. Tea. Orange liquid. White. I'm trying to use the positioning of the screen to help me, like, kind of get out of frame, like, all of the barrels we've clicked on already. So that way I don't have to go back and double check them. Okay, orange, this is blue, and green. Shoo, okay. Gosh, that took so long some of our spells wore off. Oh, come on. It's the last one. We've opened all of the others. Okay. Let's see, this one did not have a Ba head in it. We have to go around and find those parchments that say Ba head, number what have you. Like this one is number 2, right? So we have to find number 1 first. And we have to click on each of those in order to get through part of the dungeon, open those last doors. Oh, bitch, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Oh, look at this. This is a bunch of free money. Like I said, we can find a specialty trader for these, and I think that he gives you 2,000 each for those, which is great because I was just talking about buying spells. So, you know, we have quite a few of those that we want to purchase that we still don't have in some of our spell books. This one, weirdly, you actually can't click on. I don't know why. I guess it's there for decoration. Oh! The chest is locked. And it spawns guards when you try to open it. Well, we will find a key someplace. And you can see, like, this is quite a dungeon. This is another one of those that's fairly spread out and suffers badly from some of that WTF dungeon architecture. Not as badly as other places we've been, like Corlegon's Estate. Badly enough to comment on it. A secret door, semi-secret door. Now remember the last place that we went that had doors like this that went around to balconies on the sides of a big room full of enemies? That was also a Temple of Ba, so... You can tell, like, they had one dude design all of these. And I don't necessarily mean, like, you know, Tim Lang. But more along the lines of, like, the Temple of Ba in canon appears to have had one dude draft all of their temples. Fantasy AutoCAD or whatever.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay. Now we are back in this room. Now, of course, we are up on one of the balconies this time, but you can hear all of the spells flying left, right, and sideways, you know. people down below are trying to shoot at us. Thankfully, ineffectually, because they can't shoot up over the edge of the balcony. But... oh no. There we go. The true foe. Okay, and... ah, there they are. I knew that magician was trying to get away. Honestly, this dungeon serves as a really great kind of way to tie a lot of this together, a lot of the foes that we've faced up until now, because think about it, we fought the druids 2 or 3 times in different dungeons. Several times we have fought warlocks, magicians, sorcerers as powerful enemies, as like mini-bosses in the Silverhelm headquarters, or as the main enemy, the primary antagonists in Garrick's Forge, right? And, you know, of course, these initiates and cultists of Ba and so forth, we have been fighting them since the beginning of the game. You know, back when priests of Ba were basically mini-bosses in themselves. And so, to see them all kind of here together in one dungeon is like, ah, you know, here, all of the evil kind of is explained. The cult of Ba is at the center of everything. And, I mean, this we knew, but, oh, no, there is not. Is she... ah! I hate you. Well, at least she dropped treasure twice. Sometimes they do that. Not druids specifically, but just enemies in general. Goodness gracious. Take a quick moment to identify some of this stuff and see if it's anything useful. Hey, now. That's what I like to see. This is a dark magic spell, which we can teach to either of our dark magic users, which we don't really have any dark magic spells. Well, she's a dark magic expert, and he only has 1 rank, so I feel like that's an obvious choice.
Yes.
Yes. Alright, our first dark magic spell, and we got it for free. So there we go. Yeah, you can raise a lifeless creature from the dead, sort of. It doesn't make them grateful or peaceful, but you can always kill them again if you want. So it literally does nothing useful, except it brings a creature back to unlife. So that you can kill it again. Now, if you do that, if I remember correctly, it does not drop treasure the second time. The game does remember that and think about it. But you do get experience points for killing them the second time. Oh.
Didn't mean for that to happen.
Sorry. My bad. Let's see. Oh, heroism and stuff wore off. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. I forgot what I clicked in here for. Ooh. I'm gonna rush them. There we go. I know that's risky without heroism on, because that's where a lot of our bonus damage comes from, but... druids also just have high magic resistance, so there we go. Phew. Oh, floor cache. We love floor cache. Alright, nothing else in this room. Ooh, something in this room. You're not going to get away that easily, guys. Oh, look at this. Look at this. The magic of perspective in video games. There we go. I'm sorry, I don't think that jumping on the bed is allowed here. The penalty is death. Oh, we picked up a key. Excellent. Excellent, good. Well, we know where something is that's locked, don't we? Let's see, there it is. High Sorcerer's Key. Now, there's more than one key in this dungeon. Let's go up here back to this room. We'll see if this key goes to this chest. Okay, no. That's not the correct one. There's like a High Sorcerer's Key, a High Priest's Key, I think. And then one or two others. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, we'll deal with that in a minute. That's the one that goes directly into the big room, of course, on this side, just like the one that we were on a minute ago. Okay, let's just keep left. Let's just keep left. We've still got doors. We've got tunnels to explore. On the one hand, it's annoying to still be fighting some of the same enemies, but on the other hand, it's also very satisfying to come in here and be like, hey, you guys,
I don't know.
None of that, thank you. We won't be having with any of that. Ah, now this is a good place for a fireball. I see a Grand Druid over there. Ah, there we go. Revealed. Now let me see. Yeah, okay, Lightning Bolt is still his quick spell. That was a bad decision. She chose to shoot a fireball when she could have done anything else. Good for us, though. I'm not upset. Okay, hey, these guys again. See, and here are the heads. 3, 4, 2, and so on. One, 2, 3, all 3 standing by. 4 is a go. And then, let's see. Oh, is there something else we do in this room? I think we have to, yeah, it says first the spiral, then each head. So we have to, there's something else we have to do before we go in there and do that, and then we'll touch those in sequence. That's what I was talking about, those papers that you find, like, give you a clue. We have to find each of those. Okay. Well, let's go this way, because there's bound to be more similar rooms. Okay. Over here on this side. Ah, a hidden door. Thank you, map. This one's going to take us around, and we're going to wind up in the other balcony, which we have already mostly depopulated, so. And that's great, because then we can pick up all this treasure. Don't really have anybody to shoot at since we cleaned out this side of the room. Phew, this place is so big. So big and complicated. I kind of wish that there were, like, I like that there is a puzzle element to this dungeon. I wish there was a little bit more to sort of justify the size of it, because I feel like it's a little bit too big to just really have, like, the one puzzle in it. This is a big storage room. You can see from all the crates. That breaks things up and turns this into a bit more of a little bit more interesting fight. There we go. Alright, you're on Ring of Fire duty. There we go, got her. See, because you can also use this as cover for yourself. It's not just for the enemies, obviously. Okay. I didn't quite get behind cover that time. It's not Mass Effect, you know, the cover mechanic is not quite as smooth. There we go. Block some of these shots while we depopulate the area here. Gotta watch our healing as well, because there's just so many of these guys, we have to take them seriously. Even though individually each of them is a joke fight, except for maybe the Grand Druids and the Warlocks, because of stealing your spell points and driving you insane respectively. So it's like there's just so much trash that, you know, they kill you with quantity, but quantity has a quality all its own. Oh, she dodged. There we go. Phew, okay, now we have a green zone as well. So in case we need it, we can come here and rest or what have you. Okay, let's see. Green liquid. Empty barrel. Yellow. Empty. Orange. Purple. Blue. Green. White. Okay, purple, blue, green, white. Blue. I love that they just, you know, leave all of this magical liquid lying around so that we can drink it and boost our stats. It's very kind of them. Kind of makes you wonder what they were planning it, you know, to do with it, right? Because presumably this is magical for them as well. So it's almost like, why save it? Like, why did you not use it yourself? Let's see. One of these crates we can actually open.
Got it.
There we go. But it is trapped, so that's why I was clicked on Lucy in case I accidentally hit it while I was picking up bodies. White, empty, red.
Ah.
Whew. Ah, green liquid again. Okay, almost done with this room. White, empty, blue. Here, you haven't had any blue in a while, and this one is white. There we go. Phew, okay. Now we'll recast some of our spells while we wander back this way. So, yeah, okay. Alright, now it's mostly the big room and then over here. We'll leave the big room for last for a big finish as well. And, oh wow, Wizard Eye went off. So did protection from electricity. We definitely need that back on. They've been hitting us with a lot of lightning bolts. The druids don't use it as much, but the clerics of Ba and like the warlocks and sorcerers and stuff, they love that. Oh! Okay, alright. Goodness. I literally walked right into that. Man, Tommy, you gotta stop with these 3-point lightning bolts. Making the whole team look bad. That's better. Shoo! Okay. There we go. Now we can shoot the other Grand Druid. No one else is quite as important as those guys. That was risky. I was afraid it was going to catch on the edge, but... Oh my goodness. Look at this. We're slaughtering an entire cult just to prove a point. Oh my goodness, yes, the Death Knights. We've not even begun to head in that direction yet. To me, because they mostly show up in the Warlock's Fortress, although they do spawn in a couple of other places, and oh my gosh, one of the reasons why I don't like the Knight class is not just because they're the only, like, totally non-spellcaster in the game, and I feel like if you're going to have a Knight, you might as well just have a Paladin, because it's the same thing, but with magic. But also, the Knight, I think, has the hardest and most thankless promotion quest, because the Cavalier quest is so easy. It's so easy. But, on the other hand, then to become a champion, you have to do the Warlord's Fortress. And it's like, no, thank you. Whoop!
Aha!
Oh yeah, that still is very much the case. Now, there are spark traps all the way through here. They do add up. If you hug the wall, there's also, yeah, right there. See, there's a fireball trap. This corridor is a mess. But if you hug the wall, you can dodge a lot of the traps. Not all of them. The sparks, because they scatter and because they ricochet, are very difficult. Ah. See, like it's just rough. Man. Some of them it's best to tank through because then you can just like... This is the spiral, by the way. Remember, first the spiral, then each head, right? Oh. But, the sparks, that's a spell we've not cast very much, if at all, because at lower levels it's just not really effective. At higher levels, you can cast a bunch, but you see how quickly they stack up like that, right? It's like Charged Bolt in Diablo. You mooks, get out of our way.
Okay.
There we go. Yes, a human trap. Shoo! Where's the door for this one? I think it might be on the other side. Because I don't think that's underground. So yeah, that's, you could see the path that we traced. Whoop! First the spiral, then each head. So, whew. And of course, because they follow that with, otherwise you'll be dead, or, if you don't want to be dead, or however they phrase it. So it always makes me think of, like, the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. And it's hard for me not to do it to the tune of that in my head. First the spiral, then each head. Haha! Joke's on you, I knew you were there. Oh, come on. The doorway's really blocking my shots there. Alright, because there's so many spellcasters, another, like, kind of unfortunate tactical reality of this dungeon is just, it's much like in the Monolith, or a couple of other places we've been where, in Garrick's Forge even, you just have to close with the enemy, because they don't give you a lot of opportunity to do anything else, because they're not going to close with you. Why would they when they have, infinite MP, and they can just shoot, goodness, they can just shoot at you forever and ever and ever. Okay, now we picked up another key. Let me find that and make sure she's got it. Okay, there we go, it's the High Cleric's key. Identify these. Tommy doesn't know what they are.
Ah, aha, ho.
Oh, good. It's got a nice little room here, right? There's Ganon's statue. Or actually, kind of, if you look really close, like he's got, it looks like a shoulder pad and a cloak, but it could also be wings, like gargoyle style, like Disney's gargoyles, kind of folded around. So, I don't know, it could be Gabon from Castlevania as well. Alright, Lucy, carefully. Okay, good, that one wasn't even trapped.
Aha.
Okay. That one was full, so I'm going to click again. One of you gave me that advice. I never really thought about it, but it makes a lot of sense, actually, that if... ooh. There we go. If a chest is completely full, and it's supposed to have more items in it, then that means that not all of the items can spawn in. And so it pays to potentially like open a chest twice, because there could be something else in there that's already spawned, but it didn't show up on the screen the first time because it was full. There was no room in the grid. Alright. One last room up here. Another one of these. Guys. Come on.
Alright, we got him!
Have a taste of your own medicine, cleric. You evil, bad cleric. Oh, warlock, great. Well, we've not seen a whole lot of those. Oh, I forgot they're immune to electricity. Not immune to ice, though. Don't do it. Ah! Biscuits. Okay, well. Now that we're going to have to leave and come back anyway, might as well just tank the room. Of course, it's nice to be powerful enough to make those decisions, too. We've come a long way. Man. It's been a while since we were scared of the giant spiders, you know. Things like that. Okay, that was all the bodies. White liquid, blue liquid. Empty barrel. Let's see. Red, green, yellow. So... And this is empty, empty, yellow. Great. Love it. Okay, so that is most of the temple, except for that really big room. So, okay, off we go. Actually, you know what, Tommy? Why don't you do the honors? There we go. Oh, it took us to Freehaven. That's why you don't do the honors. Excuse me, just going to church in the middle of the night.
I think it's closed.
Ah, I think you're right. Oh, because goblins. Goodness gracious. Alright. There. You've been crazy a while, I'm sorry. It's been a few hours.
Can we assist you?
See, the cost went up a little bit because they were insane for longer.
Luck be with you.
Okay. Back to the temple. Now we'll have to put all of our spells back on. Okay. Get that. We haven't actually slept, so we'll have to be careful and keep an eye on that. Because we will have to, at some point, like, actually go back and get some real rest. There. Yeah, I think that'll do us. Step in here. Okay, now. Okay, we did the spiral, right? So now we'll go back over here to... Oh. Wrong door. Aha! There's the door. Hmm.
Aha!
Floor cache. Okay. Orange liquid. Is that orange? Orange. I like to think that it's orange juice. God, I hope. Because, of course, it just says orange liquid. White liquid, you know, and you're left to your own devices as to what that might be. Presumably it's a potion, of course, but, like, my god, anything could be in that potion.
Got it.
There we go. Goodness gracious, the High Cleric's key opens this.
Very nice.
Nice, indeed, very nice.
Very nice.
Also good. Oops. Here, you carry that. And there we go. A letter from Xenofex. This is the proof that we need. We're not done with the temple yet, so I won't read it just yet. Well, no, I'll go ahead and read it. Okay. Silvertongue. My spies report there is a small group of would-be heroes traveling about the land, trying to put an end to our little plan for a new world. They are reportedly seeking permission to visit the Oracle in Freehaven. You must not permit this to happen. If the Guardian awakens before our plan has matured, it will spell the end for both of us. Deny them permission to visit the Oracle, even if it reveals you to be a traitor. We need the time your delay will buy us. Oh, yeah. Praise Ba. Signed, Xenofex. A damning letter if ever there was one. And the first time that we have seen ourselves show up in the game's lore, right? Like, that's the first time that our party has been referenced. They know about us, guys. They don't like us being here. Oh, they don't like it. Okay, well, let's do this. Well, actually, wait a minute. I came down here for a different reason, and I want to get off track. came down here to visit this. First the spiral, then each head, we know. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's see, where is it? Is it still not? No? Okay. There's still something yet to unlock. Probably in the big room back here because we just haven't done it all yet. So we'll head there first. I can never keep straight exactly like when the different parts of the puzzle unlock because this dungeon's always a mess when I go through it. Of course, I can't keep anything straight, but... Ha ha ha, lol. Oh boy. Oh. Still shooting at us from all the way over there. Okay, well. Let's just do it. Let's just do it, guys. Where did that warlock go? I saw him. There he is. Okay. Oh, well, she's insane. Great. I'm going to register a formal complaint with the Adept Guild of the Mind. We are at the part of the game where we critically need the Cure Insanity spell. And it has not been available this whole time. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, we have fun. Maybe a little too much fun.
Can we assist you?
God, I hope so.
Luck be with you.
Let's see. Okay, that one's still not opening. That... You know what? Let's try this. Because we know where that door comes out, right? Maybe it just doesn't open from that side. I forget. Let's go right up here. Nope. Okay, well, it's just an asshole door. You know what? We don't need to open you. I hope no one ever opens you. Die mad about it. Phew. Okay. Druid. There's a grand druid. Well, let's get started. Oh man, that was a good shot. Alright, Theresa, help Tommy out here. Boom. Get these dangerous guys out of the way. They came a little too close and it mucked up his shot. Yep, hers too, I see. Alright, it's alright. These Grand Druids are all we have to worry about. Oh, come on, really? That wall is not that tall. I guess there's an invisible wall on top of it. Well, fouled that up. Okay. Come back here. There. It's a good thing that we're great healers. There. Now. Oh, there's one more. You better not steal our... Oh! Oh! Oh, you... I'm gonna kill you so hard. Alright, Tommy, it's up to you now. You have to do this alone. The healing, that is, will help with everything else, right, guys? There we go. See, this won't be that bad now that we've taken out the big guys. No one's shooting at us from the balcony, see, so... You look like you need an ice bolt. And I am always happy to help. That's me, I'm a helper. Oh my goodness gracious. Their MP will regenerate, of course, but very slowly. And ain't nobody got time for that. Come on. There we go. Now it's just us and Rufus here. There. Shoo! Now we have a little room to breathe. Whew. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, it's a little rough. Okay. Already crazy again. Alright, well. That is seriously just the worst. One of my least favorite status effects in the game. Obviously, I don't have to explain why. Oh. Here, that door still doesn't open. We'll just go this way. We don't need no bug door. No stinking door. Go. Oh my god. Oh, I hate you. Oh, I hate you so much. And there's just no resistance to that. I mean, there are magic items you can get where its wearer is resistant to insanity, but they're very rare. There's not a spell that really protects you. Protection from magic helps a bit, I think, but not, like, a lot. Okay. Well, guys, I don't know what else to say about this situation other than let's just go nuts. Okay. We're having fun. Is there another one over here? We're just going to take all of these guys out in a big way. Because you know what? We can't go crazy twice. Not to mention they're the biggest damage dealers as well, so, as you can see. Oh no, you are not getting away. There's another one. Oh, there's another one. So I knew there was one over here. Well, this is our lives now. Ah, like sands through the hourglass. Come here. You die next. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's just keep going. We've got to kill them all anyway. And if we're hitting them with swords, the insanity, weirdly, doesn't really hurt us. It's only our spell casting. And even then, things like Power Cure and Shared Life still work equally well. Things like Ice Bolt don't work as well, but... Hey, have some knives, have some swords, have a mace. Mace to the face. We will have to step out here shortly, though, because he's running low. But we can at least clear this last little bit of chaff. And then, if possible, we'll see if maybe... if there are more warlocks or grand druids on the other side of the ramp there, we'll try to get them as well. That way when we come back, we can just do a clean sweep of what's left. Oh, phew. Oop. Well, we'll have to sell some stuff too, it looks like. We've got no room left. Here, I will make some room. There we go, because I don't like leaving treasure. You never know if it might despawn. Aha! More warlocks. I knew it. Bunch more warlocks. It's alright. That's okay. Man, these guys hit like trucks. Haha! Suffer. Now let's see, that guy's a magician. We just need to kill the one in front. Come on. Now listen up, Widow's Peak. I don't have time for this. Twin Peaks. Oh my gosh. They have so much health. Could you imagine being a wizard in like Dungeons and Dragons and having this much health? It's obnoxious, really. Oh, gosh. There, one for the road. Heroes, out! Shoo!
Can we assist you?
Reason number 4,392 that I don't tank in video games. Stone Skin's really useless. I mean, honestly, have we been hit by one physical attack since we've been here? I don't think so. Not unless it was physical damage caused by a spell, like Flying Fist. In which case Stone Skin still doesn't help, so... Alright, you festering plot holes. Now it's just you and us. No more warlocks. No more grand druids. Just good old-fashioned butt-kicking. Yes, scatter. Run like the wind. Makes you harder to kill, but more fun to chase. This is no longer about Slicker Silvertongue. This is about vengeance. Vengeance for making us go insane.
Not another.
Shoo! And with that, we are mostly done. Oh my goodness gracious. So there we go. The almighty Head of Ba. Let's see. Magical Brew. I think all of these are Magical Brew, and the other one might be... No, okay, there's a couple Steaming Brew mixed in. Who's got the lowest fire resistance? 22, 20, 45, 30. Okay, so her. +1. It's been a while since we've seen these, right? We've seen a lot of other magical liquids in barrels and things, but we haven't seen the Steaming Brew or Magical Brew in quite some time. Alright, let's see. Now, magic resistance. 20, 22, 20, 25. Okay, I think Lucy needs some. Let's see. Debbie, we'll top her off. 1, 2, 3. That should make her 25. There we go. Nice round number. Well, not really round, but... Isn't it weird how 5 is sort of like an honorary even number? You guys know what I mean? Sorry, it's just random thought. Okay, she's got 23, 24, 25. Okay. He should have 20, so he'll get 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is fire. She needs some fire resistance. I'm sure she does. 4, 5, right? Yeah. Empty, empty, empty. Empty, empty. Okay. Alright, we got it all. Okay, now. Follow Ba! 50,000 experience. Notice that lowers our reputation, however. But we did get 50,000 experience points, so I mean... And our experience, our reputation was like, what, saintly or something? So I'm not mad about it. Okay. Well. My goodness, at all of these awards. Okay, that's about it. We've done everything. Okay. Let's go back to Castle Iron Fist. Ah! Tracy the cook. I swear, it just... I was looking for keys. I wanted to make sure we found all the keys. Or used them all up.
Master Nikolai Iron
Okay.
Fist, Prince and heir to the
Right.
throne of Enroth.
Okay, Silvertongue's Cure. Let me get my Wilbur voice on. Oh my! It appears that Slicker Silvertongue really is a traitor. Whoever would have guessed it? All four characters look into the camera like they're on The Office. Just like a solid minute. You've done a good thing bringing this letter to me. I'll take it to the High Council immediately so we can be rid of this wicked traitor once and for all. Oh, and yes, sorry I missed that in the chat. Yeah, if we donate to like temples and stuff, it'll bring our reputation back up. Not worried about that at the moment, but... Okay, guys. Big moment here. Big moment. There we go. Are y'all ready to visit the council and see what happens? Debbie, you want to take the lead on this? Or maybe Lucy. She's the responsible one, but Debbie's the talker. She's the face of the party. That's... This is a character building moment. Who's going to confront Slicker? What do you think? Anyone in particular? I will say it doesn't really matter. It's just, you know, for the role playing. Lucy, yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. I feel like she comes in here, she kicks the doors to the council open and just kind of points a finger at him and is like, you!
Do not believe you've won. Soon the Iron Fist will lose its grip and I will be your king. And you can be sure I won't forget you.
Have some FMV! There's very little of that in this game, so that's a real treat to see that. That's one of my favorite moments. It's actually voiced. You get a little bit of a movie, and you get to see one of the real people behind the characters kind of acted out. Yeah, that's a very mid-90s video game moment, and it's one that I treasure. It's really good. All right. Well, so... here we go. We have unmasked the traitor, and you can see he was even kind of like sitting right in front of the doorway that goes to the oracle. So, yeah, right. It's a very. It actually makes me think of Zork, honestly. Okay, shall we visit the oracle, guys? This has been a long time coming. We're level 43. We have toppled the cult of Ba. We've slain a dragon. We've done so much stuff, and so right? Yeah, we just leave and go home. That's it. We've had enough questing. Lucy just throws all of our plot quest items like on the table in front of the council. Like, we're done with this. Okay, so this has been a long time coming, and I hope you like plot twists.
Where are we?
Power on. Status, all systems functional. Ta-da! Look at this. It's this strange humming altar. And some random boots. Way to ruin the immersion, Oracle of Enroth. And keep in mind, this whole complex, of course, is built. This whole complex is built under the council building. Wizard of Oz, not quite. But yeah, do pay no attention to the oracle behind the curtain. I'm sure these different themed doors will not be relevant. And if we click on one of these altars, insert memory module to activate Melian. Or Melian, perhaps. It needs something. And weirdly, no treasure behind this one, behind the air door. Or the water door, I guess. Yeah, the lighter blue one is air. So, here we go. Yeah, I love this, like the panel lights up when you step on it. Stand by. Ta-da! You guys ready to meet the Oracle? The Oracle.
I've been expecting you.
Now, of course, this is just, wall decoration. That's kind of how they've got it set up, I guess, like a shrine or what have you. This is just one of their generic backgrounds, and I'm not 100% sure why they chose to use this one, really. I'm guessing this is what they've built around the Oracle since it's been here. So, he wants us to place the memory crystals into the modules above. All 4 crystals are necessary to activate the Oracle. What does it mean? Well, find Memory Crystal Alpha on Hermit's Isle, Memory Crystal Beta in Castle Alamos, Memory Crystal Delta in Darkmoor, and Memory Crystal Epsilon in Kriegspire. See, I told you we'd be going back there. Wow. Very mysterious. And now, we have several more quests. See, I told you, I kept saying the Supreme Temple of Ba. We went to the Superior Temple of Ba. Now we will go to the Supreme Temple of Ba. And we will find Memory Crystal Alpha. Beta in Castle Alamos, which we've not been to yet. Castle Darkmoor, which we've also not visited. That's where Crystal Delta will be at. And Epsilon in Kriegspire. And you'll see here, like, we've already got some other quests, to go into some of these places, like the Jeweled Egg, the Book of Liches. So, we've still got quite a lot on our plates, guys. Thanks to Slicker Silvertongue's sudden but inevitable betrayal. Mysteries upon mysteries, am I right? Well, so, of course, we've got some stuff that we need to do. We've got to sell some things. We probably do need to train to level 45, since we can train up a couple levels. But, also, we're doing pretty good right now. Now, things got a little dicey in Garrick's Forge and in here, but those are high-level dungeons. We're high-level characters. It's going to happen. And we want to be challenged, right? We don't want it to be a breeze every single time. So, we might wait till we level up once or twice more and then do it all at one time. But I'm going to go sell all of this stuff. We're going to find the gong guy who I think is here in Freehaven in one of these houses that we haven't been into yet. And trade all of those gongs away for quite a bit of extra cash. And then I think it's time to maybe do a little bit of spell shopping. Right? We just talked about that. Our equipment is pretty good. But I want to make sure that we've got some of the spells that we've been missing, because, I mean, we still need Cure Insanity, and it's not showing up, and that's going to become kind of a big deal. We've got some other spells we're going to use less, like Charm and Mass Fear, Cure Paralysis, Psychic Shock, but we're missing some important spells. We don't have Mass Distortion for Tommy, and he's an Earth Master. I mean, look at this, he's only got half the spells, right? He's missing Starburst, he's missing Implosion, which he should be using instead of Lightning Bolt at this point since he's an Air Master. I think that, yeah, Zoltan doesn't have Cure Poison or Cure Disease, maybe? So, we've got quite a few holes to fill in here, and that definitely needs to be done while we've got some cash, because we know that leveling up is going to take all of our money. Now, right now it might not, but let's say if it takes 3,000 a pop, they've each got to level up twice, right? That's 24,000. That's going to take more than half of our cash. So, here's what we're going to do. Now, we still have some other quests. We got one quest that is not going to take us into one of these places. We actually have a couple of the town maps that we haven't fully visited yet. Like, we have yet to really dig into Blackshire, and there's some more stuff going on there. Like, there's a couple of quests we haven't gotten. I don't think that there are any other quests in Whitecap. I don't believe. But there's one or two down here in Darkmoor that we need to pick up. There's one or two in Blackshire that we should consider doing, because this is getting towards the end of the game, right? We have the Oracle is what I consider to be the halfway point, because now, even though we have more than half of the levels that we're going to end the game with, in terms of content, we have covered probably about half the game, because now we have to do these 4 quests for the Oracle and see these major dungeons we haven't seen. We're going to go to some maps like Hermit's Isle and Castle Alamos and so forth that we've not been to yet. We're going to explore more of the Mire of the Damned. We haven't been to Dragon Sand except that one time when we did the Easter egg dungeon at the very beginning. And we haven't been to Paradise Valley or Sweetwater at all. So, there's half of Kriegspire is unexplored. The whole top half we don't have. I think that we need to do some of that. So I want to focus on that content, and then we'll kind of come back to getting the memory crystals, but I don't want to ignore the memory crystals. So I want you all to decide, which one are we going to go after first? Alpha, Delta, right? Beta, or Epsilon? Which one do we want to see? Now, of course, some of these are going to be obviously more, better guarded, I guess, than others, or harder to get to. Like Memory Crystal Alpha, they really don't want you to get that one. That's in the Supreme Temple of Ba. But we've also heard rumors about Castle Alamos, right? The guys from Garrick's Forge and the Silverhelms were involved in that. Okay. Castle Darkmoor, we know is some bad, shit. That's going to be terrible in there. Kriegspire is not going to be much better. That's where the Minotaurs live, y'all. That's where the Minotaur Kings live. So it's just constantly going to be them slinging fireballs at us going, die! It's going to suck. All of these are going to suck. They're going to be great. We're going to have fun, but they're going to suck. Alright, well, that's a vote for Epsilon. Yeah, Castle Kriegspire, man. Oh, I'll tell you what. They're rough. Both. It's going to be difficult, but also, damn. This content it gets rough. These dungeons are very complicated, they're very large, and they are very unforgiving. We're going to be fighting some seriously badass enemies, and they're going to do everything they can to stop us from getting these memory crystals back to the Oracle. There's going to be some puzzles, there's going to be a lot of high-level combat, and this is going to be one of the reasons I want to pad out our spellbooks, is because I want to make sure that these two also pick up the Raise Dead and Resurrection spells like Zoltan has. Yeah, kind of Gygaxian. This is, this is Tomb of Horrors level stuff. So, this is where we really get into it. And there's a good chunk of game left, but this is about the halfway point for me. So, we've got a vote for Epsilon. Make your vote known, right? Tweet at me. Or let me know on my Facebook page. Links are down below. There's also a link to my YouTube channel. Go over there after I upload this video and post in the comments which memory crystal you think that we should go for first. And we also need to think about like this. We need to clean up, get that last promotion quest, big XP boost. We'll take on the Warlord. And we'll tackle the quests in Blackshire and Kriegspire and some other things like that. Get a few others. So think about it between now and then. And let me know next time when we play some more Might and Magic 6. Next Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is New York and Florida time. And make sure to give me a subscribe. Check out the other people I've got hosted on my channel, like Impure Tale, like Ty Tuesday, like Gnome Bitten. Give them a follow as well. They're great folks. Check out Claris. Check out Eternal Enigma, all these folks. You'll see a list of the people that I'm following. And I will see you next weekend. Same bat time, same bat channel. And then that's when the hard part of the game begins. I'm glad you guys have been with me up to this point. I hope that you'll be with me to the very end. And I really want to, as always, thank you for playing.